Welcome back to Sonny Talk Spurs, and today we're addressing one of the major issues still at the club. That would be our defence. If you're new around here, then leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Now let's get into the video. So where do I begin with Tottenham Hotspur and the history of their defence? Because I'll be honest, it's a bit of a tricky situation. Going back to yesteryear, you know, we used to have managers like Ossie Ardiles, especially like to hone in on Ossie Ardiles, a great player for us at the club, but his management style was very, how do I describe it? Strange, you know, very attacking, but not so much defence being happening in the game, really. You know, we'd win games 5-4, 6-5s, which was exciting, but you're leaking a lot of goals there, fella. Obviously, the history of Spurs, I mean, people are going to banter us, we don't win trophies, but we're used to quite attacking, free-flowing football. Lots of exciting wingers and attackers have played for our club. You know, we've always been used to goals. That was the bare minimum. And when it's come to defence, we've had some good defenders over the years, but we've not really been known as a defensive side. So it's been quite a weird situation. But fast forward to the modern era and the Pochettino era, to be exact, and we had a defence that was, you know, the envy of the league over 2 consecutive seasons. It was the best, but thanks to Chelsea and Leicester, we don't have anything to show for it. But that defence of Carl Walker, Jan Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld and Danny Rose, I don't think in my Spurs lifetime I've seen anything better. You know, those fullbacks bombing on, joining the attack, and those 2 defenders, the Belgian duo, just Rolls Royce, stellar, you know, modern in a way, like the way they could play out from the back, versatile, you know, for country they'd play at fullbacks as well. You know, the way that defence crumbled, you know, we let it age, we didn't replace it in time, is just one of the biggest mistakes I think this club has ever done. Then we hired 2 defensive coaches in Mourinho and Antonio Conte, but we didn't give them really the resources to build that stellar defence. You know, there's rumours that Mourinho wanted Heung-Min, Conte wanted players like Bastoni, and we were expected to play this defensive football, you know, be really structured, but it just didn't work. And, you know, we ended up having to, again, score more goals to basically save us in situations and help us qualify. You know, we were still quite a leaky defence. I mean, maybe not in the second, when Conte came in originally, but last season, some of the goals we were conceding, and from, like, I don't know how many times Tottenham concede from their own mistakes. If you can let me know that stat in the comments down below, it is actually crazy how many mistakes we make as a team, where it's Eric Dier or Hugo Lloris just fumbling it in the back of the net, or Davinson Sanchez who can't track the fly of a ball. It has been, for the last couple of years, it's actually been damning. But we conceded 63 goals last season in the Premier League. 63. That's like relegation levels. That's how bad it is. If we didn't have Harry Kane, we would have been down. Like, that's the facts. 63 is just, I can't believe that happened. I mean, the Newcastle game, is a specific game. Bloody hell, like, how awful. But you must be all asking, Sonny, how do we fix that? Well, I've got some solutions. Some. Currently, this is how I'd line up my Tottenham side if I was Ange Postecoglu. I would start Udogie or Ben Davies in the left fullback role, and then either Emerson or Porro on the other flank. But the awkward thing is that these players have been used to playing wing-back, not full-back. So Ange has really got to train, especially the likes of Porro and Udogie, to really, you know, be like full-backs. But then the way he sort of has his full-backs, they do sort of like come inwards into midfield. So maybe there's more similarities than people are letting on to. Obviously, we're reverting to a back 4. So our first centre-back is obviously going to be Romero. He's our best centre-back at the club, you know, World Cup winner. There's so much promise there. He's just got to be coached on his rashness. Like, I think it's healthy to be that aggressive as a defender, but there's certain moments where he just loses his head, and, you know, you've seen some of the red cards this season. He really has to be honed in on how to, you know, come out from the back and tackle in certain moments, Not just, that's what your central defensive midfielders for, to do those sort of sweeping up. Not you, mate. Now, who do we get on the left-hand side? Now, if it was up to me, I'd go for Laporte or Bastoni, but I just can't see us tempting the treble winner or the guy who's just got to a Champions League final. He's also signed a new deal, Bastoni. So I can't see either of them two happening, which is a real shame. But we have been linked to two players in recent weeks. Before I touch on those two players, I've seen recently we've been heavily linked again with Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham. Now, I think he'd be good as well as one of these two players I'm going to mention. But why not get Tosin? Like, I think that would be a clever signing, get him off a Premier League London club, lives in London. Just makes sense, really. So first of all, we have Tapsoba. He's right-footed, 24 years old, and he's coming from an exciting Leverkusen side under Xabi Alonso. And his underlying numbers, they're all right reading, especially his ball-playing skills. I don't think we'd have to break the bank either to get him out the club. So I think this would be a clever signing. It's going to be either him or this next guy. Then there's Micky van der Ven, a Dutchman for Wolfsburg, 22 years old, a little bit younger. Also, he's left-footed, can play as a left-back. So that versatility, Ange will bloody love that. He will love that. He loves versatile players who can play in multiple positions and will be an asset to the team, the club, and everything. But his underlying numbers defensive-wise, they're not an amazing read, but you'd hope Ange could coach him into a good centre-back, left-back. But the proof will have to be in the pudding. In an ideal world, I'd like us to sign both of these players and get rid of a Dier and a Sanchez. But I would really like us more to sign a stellar name. If we could really just, we've gone out and got Maddison. We've got our new goalkeeper. Make this left-footed centre-back, left-sided centre-back, one of the best you can get in the league. It's just got to be done. Yeah, Tottenham and how they fix their defence is a bigger answer that is really hard to actually answer. But as I say, I really think it's an important thing. I think we're getting close to where we want to be. We just need one or two players to really plug that gap, Maybe forget Longley now. Get an actual player you can either coach into that role or get a player who's ready and made for that role. But let me know in the comments down below, who would you like to see us sign in defence? Will it be another fullback? Will it be a right back, left back, central defence, goalkeeper? You name it. Who do we need to make us back to that defence we had under Pochettino? And if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I've been Sonny, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.